Hi everyone, we are going to work on lesson 77, mass and weight. So lesson 77, mass and weight, we're going to start on page 536 in your math textbook. So there's a lot of information in this lesson. They start out talking about the difference between weight and mass. So the mass of an object is how much matter an object has. The weight is the measure of the force of gravity on that object. So for example, if you are on the moon, you weigh less because the force of gravity on the moon is less. So today we're going to be talking about both customary measures of mass and weight and metric measures of mass and weight. So we're going to start with customary. So for customary, that's what we use in the United States. So customary measures are for the United States. And for weight, they include ounces, which we abbreviate OZ, and pounds, which we abbreviate LB, which is actually from a Latin word, libra. And then we have tons. And there's no abbreviation for that because it's not very long. So what we need to know is how many ounces are in a pound and how many pounds are in a ton. And that's going to help us with our math today. So we're going to write down what the chart that they have on page 536. So 16 ounces equals 1 pound. Okay, and then 2,000 pounds equals 1 ton. All right, so that'll be really important for us to know today. And then if you look, it's comparing things, objects that we know and about how many ounces or pounds or tons they are. So if you look on page 536, you can see that they have the box of cereal. So a box of cereal might weigh about 24 ounces. And a person might weigh about 98 pounds. You might weigh less than that. And a car might weigh about 1 ton. Okay, so that kind of gives you an idea about how big those are. When you were born, you probably weighed, somewhere between 7 and 9 pounds, unless you were very small, like my granddaughter, who was only 3 pounds because she was born early. All right, so let's do some of these examples together. It says, example 1, Mallory's book weighs about 2 pounds. 2 pounds is how many ounces? So we're going to do example 1 together. You should be writing this in your notebook. This will be good practice. Okay, so if there are 16 ounces in 1 pound, they want to know, what about if it's 2 pounds? Okay, so if it's 2 pounds, it would be more, right? So we're going to multiply 16 times 2. 6 times 2 is 12. Carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So that would be 32 ounces equals 2 pounds for example 1. Okay, and then let's go ahead and do example 2 on page 537. So example 2 says the rhinoceros weighed 3 tons. 3 tons is how many pounds? Okay, so we know that there are 2,000 pounds in 1 ton. Okay, but a rhinoceros weighs 3 tons. So how many pounds is that? So if 1 ton is 2,000 pounds, then 3 tons is going to be even more. So we have to multiply. So we would do 2,000 times 3. Okay, so all of these are going to be zeros. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 2 is 6. So a rhinoceros would weigh 6,000 pounds. All right. The next section is about grams and kilograms. Okay, so let's look at the bottom of page 537. So grams and kilograms are units of mass. Recall that kilo means 1,000, just like kilometer means 1,000 meters. A kilogram means 1,000 grams. All right, so this means a kilogram is 1,000 grams. Grams is abbreviated G and kilograms is abbreviated kg. So we're going to write that down. So grams is abbreviated G and kilograms abbreviated kg. So what we need to know is that 1,000 grams equals 1 kilogram. All right? And it explains at the bottom of the page that a dollar bill, so you know how lightweight a dollar bill is, a dollar bill has a mass of about 1 gram. So you know 1 gram is about equivalent to how much a dollar bill weighs. And a dollar bill is just made of paper, so it doesn't weigh very much. And then this book, meaning our math book, has a mass of about 1 kilogram. Okay, so that'll give you some perspective on how much that weighs. All right, so then if you go next to page 538, we're going to do example 3 and example 4. Okay, for example 3, it says choose the more reasonable measure for parts A through C. Okay, so for A, it says a pair of shoes. And it gives us a choice. Is a pair of shoes about 1 gram or about 1 kilogram? So remember, we just learned that a dollar bill is about 1 gram. So that wouldn't work because that's too lightweight. So a pair of shoes is about 1 kilogram. Okay, and then for B, it says cat. So some of you might have a pet cat, so you kind of know when you hold it about how much it weighs. So our choices are, does it weigh about 4 grams, which would mean about the same as 4 dollar bills, or does it weigh about 4 kilograms? So 4 dollar bills, 4 little pieces of paper like that, that wouldn't be as heavy as a cat. So the answer here is 4 kilograms. And for C, it says a quarter. So we've all held a quarter. We kind of know how heavy that is. So is a quarter about the same as 5 grams, which would be about 5 $1 bills, or is it the same as 5 kilograms, which would be the same as about 5 math books? So that would be 5 grams, because 5 math books would be way too heavy for 1 quarter. Okay, we're going to do one more example here. Example 4. Okay, so example 4 says Dolores's rabbit has a mass of 4 kilograms. 4 kilograms is how many grams? Okay, so remember, if we look right up here, 1,000 grams is 1 kilogram. So if we rewrite it this way, 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. and her rabbit is 4 kilograms. So it is going to weigh more. So we have to do 4 times 1,000. Okay, so if we do 4 times 1,000, then we would have 1,000 times 4. We have 3 zeros here. 4 times 0, 0. 4 times 0, 0. 4 times 0, 0. 4 times 1 is 4. So 4 kilograms is equal to 4,000 grams. So Dolores's rabbit weighs about 4,000 grams. Okay, so those are the notes, and next we're going to be doing the lesson practice. So go ahead, and I'm going to turn my paper over, but if you have more room, you can do it on your paper, but I'm going to turn my paper over. If you need more room, then maybe turn to a new paper in your notebook. And we're going to do lesson practice. And that's on page 539. Okay, so A says Dave's pickup truck can haul about 1/2 a ton of cargo. How many pounds is 1/2 ton? Okay, so we know that 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. Okay, so we need to know what is half of 2,000. So 1/2 ton, half of 2,000 would be 1,000 pounds. Okay. For B, the newborn baby weighed 7 pounds 12 ounces. Okay. The baby's weight was how much less than 8 pounds? So we have to remember that there are 16 ounces in 1 pound. Okay, so what we have so far for this baby is that it weighs 7 pounds and 12 ounces. They want to know, well, how many more ounces is it going to take to get it up to 8 pounds? So we have to do 16 ounces minus 12 ounces, which gives us 4 ounces. So if it were 4 more ounces, it would be 8 pounds. Okay, letter C, we have to choose the more reasonable measure in problems C through H. All right, so for letter C, a tennis ball. Okay, so think about if you've ever held a tennis ball before. How does it feel? Is it about the same as 57 dollar bills or about the same as 57 math books? Okay, so it's probably not as heavy as 57 math books. So we'll say a tennis ball is 57 grams. Okay, now we're going to figure it out for ounces or pounds. So a tennis ball again. Think about a tennis ball. Is it about 5 ounces or about 5 pounds? So 5 pounds would be like just about as heavy as like half of a bowling ball or so. So that might be a little heavy for a tennis ball, because a tennis ball isn't very heavy because it's filled with air. So we're going to say a tennis ball is about 5 ounces. Okay, now we're going to think about a dog. So lots of you have dogs, maybe you've held. So a dog, is that about the same as 6 grams, which would be about $6 bills, or 6 math books? Well, of course, it depends on your dog, but I don't think there's too many dogs that weigh just the same as about $6 bills. So I'm going to put 6 kilograms. Some dogs are lighter than that, and some dogs are